Well guys, here are 5 things that I really love about my old Renault Scenic 2. That is definitely not on the list. That's one of the most annoying noises that a folding mirror could ever make. The Renault Scenic 2 was released in 2003 and this particular model is from 2007. So it doesn't really break any records for being the oldest car for anything, but 17 years old is still pretty old in my opinion. The first thing I love about my old Renault Scenic 2 are its storage compartments. There are storage compartments everywhere in this car and it feels like there is not even a single wasted space. There are pockets under the front armrests, you have the door bins, there's the pocket on the left of the steering wheel, the glove box which is a good size, there's one big compartment under the central armrest, there's 4 drawers under the seats, but wait, there's another 4 underfloor compartments. There is space for a full-size spare wheel under the floor cover at the back and a pocket on the side of the boot as well. This makes it super easy to store everything out of sight, and I don't know about you guys, but I really like a tidy car. It feels better to drive, it feels better to be in, it's more enjoyable in my opinion, but what do you think? The second thing I love about my old car, but also older cars have this in general, is the visibility. Nowadays cars are designed to look all mean and sporty, and they're kind of like a bunker of metal with some tiny windows to peek through, but this wasn't the case before. I have huge windows on all 4 doors, I have a big window screen at the front and also a pretty big window at the back. So in this car I can really enjoy the beautiful sceneries whenever I drive through them, because I can actually see them. Also the whole minimalist dashboard that everyone is crazy about on Teslas nowadays, where there is no big screen that's standing in front of you and the scenery, I also have it on this older car. There's only this tiny screen here in the middle which gives you the important information about, like there's some information about the engine, the temperature, the fuel, the revs per minute, the speedometer, and then the radio on that side. But it's all pretty thin, so it doesn't really get on the way, and then I can have a pretty nice view of the scenery in front of me. But I'm very curious to know actually, what is your opinion about the smaller windows on modern day cars? Do they also bother you or do you not mind them at all? Moving on guys, the third thing that I really love about my old Renault Scenic is about how spacious it is on the inside while being also really compact on the outside. This is not the long wheelbase Grand Scenic, this is the normal Scenic. So it's only 426 centimeters long on the outside and about 168 inches. Which means that in the city I found myself often being able to park and to fit into smaller places where normal cars would just drive by, and they were usually the size of smaller cars, like for the Volkswagen Polo or the Golf. At the same time you can fit so much in the back here. Once we have even transported a sofa, a white sofa that we had that could sit 2 people comfortably, and we needed to get rid of it, so we transported it using this car. We just folded the seats down, didn't even have to remove them, and it's also really simple to remove these seats. You just lift them up, you don't have to have any screws or anything and take them out of the car. But we didn't even have to have that because the ceiling is so high in the back because of the shape of the car, so it's very spacious in here. And another thing that you can do is, if you're somewhere and you're tired or you want to spend the night somewhere in the nature, you can simply just, like I already have folded the front seat, but you can slide it backwards, and then the back seat, because these also slide individually, all 3 of them, you can slide it forward as much as you can, fold it down, and then the central armrests also move, so you can also move this and bring it to the back, fold the seat where I'm sitting in right now, and then you can lay flat in here, just add something softer, because this is not, I wouldn't say this is comfortable to spend the night in, but find something to fill in this gap here. Maybe if you're traveling with a backpack, I don't know. This is like a DIY solution, just put the backpack in here or something that would be a bit taller. And then you can just fit in here comfortably, maybe find a sleeping bag of course, because it can get cold, especially in the winter. But you have the space, is what I'm saying. I'm 6'2" or 1 meters 89 centimeters tall, so I'm pretty tall, and I can fit in here with no issues at all. Moving on guys, the fourth thing that I really love about my old Renault Scenic is that it's a safe car in case of a crash. And that's actually something that discourages many people. Even if they like to get an older car, they don't do it because they are generally speaking really unsafe. This is what Euro NCAP wrote about it back in the day when they did their crash tests on this car. The latest Scenic has become the first small MPV to gain 5 stars for occupant protection. The Scenic performed very well, scoring the maximum for safety in the side impact and losing just 1 point in the frontal impact. Knowing this just helps me sleep better at night. And the fifth thing that I really love about this car is that it's fully paid for. You can actually find this kind of car for very cheap, in very good condition for about 4,000 euros, but there are also many in an okay condition for around 2,000. Of course there are maintenance costs, and let me know if you want me to make a new video about what they have been for the past 1 year of owning this car. But generally, knowing that we don't owe the bank or the car dealership any monthly payments or any money at all, that no matter what happens financially, this car is ours and it's fully paid for. No one can come and get it away from us is also another thing which I really love about it, and that also makes me sleep better at night. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Now I'll just get up and go for a ride, and I'll see you in the next one.